welcome to All Things Possible TV. Today, we are going to be doing quite a fun little segment. We're going to be dealing with chakras, and we have one of my clients and dear friend, Melanie, here with us today. Welcome,
Hi.
Melanie.
Hi.
And she called me earlier today and says, hey, I need to work on my chakras. I got online and took one of those chakras tests, and it's something I need to do. And I says, how fortunate, because I've been wanting to do a segment for our TV episode about how to heal, or how I go about healing chakras. And so Melanie has graciously agreed to do this for us today. So we're going to be working on one of Melanie's chakras. But before we get into all that, let me tell you about our website. It is at www.allthingspossible.biz. Right here. Can you see that there?
I can.
Right there. Does it feel weird with it? You tell me. Anyway, that's our website. But if you will go there, we have a free gift for you, and that is 7 Traits to Creating All Things Possible in Your Life. And that is a free thing that comes to you when you sign up for this to come. And great information, great tools to start to put your life together to see what's working, what isn't. It's a great tool and our free gift to you. So I encourage you to go to our website, get that, subscribe to our email list so that you get our latest blog that comes out every week and updated on all the new videos that we're doing. So there you go. Oh, shh, it's gone. Okay. It's gone, right?
Last chance.
All right. Okay, so we are going to be working on chakras. And as we tested Melanie's chakras, and when she went through her quiz, most of her chakras are shut down. We're going to start with the bottom. It's always best to, foundational, we start with the bottom and work up most of the time. And that's what we're going to do, is be working on Melanie's base chakra today. If you don't know what chakras are, they're energy centers that start at the base of the spine. And you have a base chakra, you have a sacral chakra that's about 3 inches below your belly button. Then right here in your upper abdomen, you've got a solar plexus chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, yeah, throat chakra. Don't know what that was, puberty coming back, I guess. Brow chakra here, and crown chakra. Each of these have a different purpose and different energies. And my purpose is not to train you on the chakras. If you're interested in that, there's a lot of information on the internet, and most of it's true. So go ahead and look that up. But to give you a primer, on the base chakra that we're working on with Melanie, is the base chakra is your foundational. Each of these are associated with a color, and this one's associated with the color of red. That's the energy of this chakra. But this is your foundational, your stabilization. This is your place in the community, your place in the family. Also, you're being grounded to the earth. You're connected to this planet. And when this chakra is closed, you're not drawing the helpful energies from the planet. And so everything else, it's like I like to describe it as like a balloon that you just suddenly let go of and it goes shooting all over. If you're not grounded and connected to the earth, everything else we do doesn't matter, because you don't have that stable foundation of sense of self and your place in the community and place in the family. So that's what this is. And there are many ways to do chakra healing, or to open up the chakras. There's ways that are temporary, and I want to show you a few of these that I like to do if I'm working with a client, say with a pain or an organ or a sickness, some type of issue. I will go through and check all the chakras, and if one of them is not up to par, I'll give them a temporary jump start. And I'll do that mostly with frequency. For example, say Melanie had a sore shoulder, and I tested her, all of her other chakras were great, but the base chakra was a little bit off. I would take this chakra, it's tuned to this tuning fork is tuned to the frequency of the base or the root chakra. And I would just take that and strike it and then hold it. I'm not going to have her stand up. And generally with the client, I'll have them stand up. With the lower chakras, I like to use the energy from behind and let the body just resonate or tune. And here that's the energy of the base chakra right there, the frequency of it. And obviously, since we're not going to have her stand up and show that, say if her chakra was here, I'd also put the stem on and let it transfer that vibrational directly into the chakra point. This is not the chakra point. It's Do you get it right?
I do.
You get it?
I can feel it.
All right. Okay, so that's one way, and that will give this chakra a temporary boost, much like if you got to start your car in the morning and the battery's dead, you get somebody to give you a boost start. Well, you've got enough to start your car, but probably the next time you go to use it, it'll be dead again. It's a temporary boost. But that would be enough to go ahead and do a healing session if we were working on something else, so that we can move the energy all the way through and healing takes place a lot faster. The other thing is, again, is that everything is frequency, and that's a certain hertz or cycle frequency that's tuned to the base chakra, and the color red is much the same. And so would you put on these glasses? The other thing that we can do is have somebody wear glasses for 5 to 10 minutes or whatever, and also just looking through the glasses, and she's got her rose-colored glasses on.
Lady in red.
There you go, the lady in red. We need a fan. There you go. And that would be another way to bring those up. But again, it's temporary. There's underlying causes and underlying reasons why the chakra is out of whack, or why it's not functioning at a proper level. So go ahead and you can take the glasses off. We should give you some cooler colors. Anyway, but I have here a set of glasses that I will use at times. As we're working with the client, I'll have them put them on sometimes through a session and help them process different emotions and different energies in their body. These are different things that we can do, but what I love to do is get to the underlying things, the underlying reasons why this chakra is not working, because it was designed to be a self-maintaining machine. And we're going to start with the emotion code. What I find, here's my little emotion code chart. There, we got a straight sign, kind of. What I find is that most imbalances within the body start with trapped emotions. And so I'm going to ask Melanie's the question of, not for Melanie to answer me consciously, but by me intuitively tuning into her subconscious or her spirit, I'm going to ask her ask her spirit or her subconscious if there are trapped emotions causing this chakra to be offline. And we may see how these relate to her base foundational, and sometimes they may not necessarily relate directly, but we'll just see how that goes. So again, I'll muscle testing, using my intuition, and so it's in column B. There's already an emotion that her spirit has identified. It's in column B. It's in row 4. It's emotion number 3. Okay, and that is
Indecisive.
B4C. So what I do is I got B, column 4, row 3, indecisiveness. So I'm not going to show you this every time because it's boring, but that's how I don't have this chart memorized. So it's indecisiveness. Now, is her body ready to release this now? No, we need to trace this down. And she told me she's turned 29 once and a half. So I'm going to know, I'm going to identify this to an age in her life when she had a problem making a decision. Now, she doesn't need to tell her whole life story here, but her body at this point wants me to identify what it is in order to release this emotion. So, indecision, this is at age 22, indecision. Do we have enough information? No, we need more. What's going on in your life? Can you think of something at age 22 where you had a hard time making a decision?
I wanted a baby, and my husband was afraid.
Okay, very good. And so, yeah, because I remember that. It's like, no, I'd rather buy another four-wheeler than, a baby.
My husband bought me a poodle.
Okay, so if that test, sometimes a client will say, oh, I know exactly what that is, and it's not the answer the subconscious was bringing up. In this case, Melanie was absolutely right. So again, we just use a magnet, and again, this is the emotion code, and release this. But this is one of the underlying reasons why this chakra was not working 3 times there, okay? So I could have her wear glasses, I could have her wear red, and I could have her use this tuning fork all day long, and we could keep that chakra open and going, but until you go in and remove the underlying things, it's going to keep coming back to your dead battery stage. So we're fixing the underlying things. Are there more trapped emotions? Yes. Column A, row 3, emotion number. This is an inherited emotion. So now we're doing generational or DNA work here. Did you inherit? Oh, now I know it's inherited. It's A3, emotion number 4. And that is?
Sadness.
It is sadness, an emotion of sadness. And you inherited this from your mother. Let's trace this back. Is this her own emotion? No. So does this go back, this comes from her father? Is it his own emotion? No. Does it come from his father? Let's go back to his father. No, it goes to her great-grandfather. From her mother's grandfather is who it is. So it originated with him. At some point in his life he had some deep sadness, felt it so deeply that it became part of the DNA and got passed down through the generations. Let's just quickly release that.
Yes.
With this, where it's inherited, we do it 10 times because it's deeper. And so when you have an inherited emotion of sadness, Melanie would have typically a situation in her life that would make most people a number 5 sad. She goes to number 10. 0 to 60 and nothing flat. And that's typically the case when we have an inherited emotion. Like we have no resistance to that particular emotion. It becomes part of your DNA. So it's a generational healing when it comes to something like that. So are there any more trapped emotions causing that? No. Causing your base chakra to be offline. So now we go to, there's several other energies. We can put that away. Oh, that was, are there any hidden or any trapped? No? Okay. We have to ask a few different questions to get it just the right way because we're dealing with the subconscious. And my take is the subconscious, my subconscious has Asperger's syndrome. And you have to ask the question just the right way or he won't say, no, I'm telling. Yeah, yeah. But if I say it right, I get the right answer. So what I'm using now is that was the emotion code. And I use several different modalities, but these are the ones I start with. And then I sense intuitively if we need to go into something else. So I'm using a screen here called the body code. Okay, and I will sense now, if you want to hold on to that, just so they can they kind of see that a little bit, and then, yes, there you go. And then you will, now I, just a bit, I can't, there, the glare. Okay, it's an circuit system. So I'm looking for an underlying reason why this chakra, and it comes to nutrition and lifestyle. So will you, so right here, so I click down to nutrition and lifestyle down there, and is it a color deficiency? Chinese, magnetic. Dehydration. Okay, so she is dehydrated. Now, you could be drinking a gallon of water a day.
32 ounces 3 times a day.
You're drinking 32 ounces 3 times a day. Okay, so you're getting a lot of water, but yet she's dehydrated. What's that about?
Why?
Why? Because is your body accepting the water that you're drinking? No, it's not.
Always thirsty.
So you're always thirsty. So there's a hydration therapy that we could do. And we're going to do a hydration therapy where we'll put some water on her thymus and then do some brain balancing. That's more body talk. But we're not going to do that right now. That will help. The other thing is sometimes your water, and we could test and find out where she's getting her water and if her body would accept another type of water better. A lot of times we think, oh, it's bottled water, it comes from the store, it's great. And a lot of times the body just does not accept that. And sometimes you need to go to a better water system or get it from a different source. So yes, you can drink 2 gallons of water a day and still be dehydrated. Oh,
It's crazy.
I took your thing away from you. But if dehydration is just an energy,
Yeah.
I want you to hold a thought, an intention of being completely hydrated, sitting in a swimming pool, all your thirsts are satisfied,
Okay.
and just, we're going to give you that energy. That's my intention and your intention, to give your body the energy of hydration. Now this isn't the only fix it needs, but it's a booster shot,
Yeah.
so to speak. So, I'll go back to home page here, and now there's an energy, some type of an energy, as the 6, and intuitively this computer isn't testing anything, it's just a flow chart for me. There's some type of an energy that is causing this base chakra. There's an underlying reason. Again, if it was your car system, could it be a bad wire, could it be a belt, could it be that the cables are bad, who knows. But on the body system, there's underlying reasons why the charge isn't staying there. Okay, and so this is a post-traumatic energy, so some kind of an energy that feels like a blow. Let's see if it was an actual physical trauma blow. No, it wasn't, okay? But it could be, that she got hit in the abdomen, in the hips, or something in that area. What this is a psychic trauma, and it's a combination, it's a blended of two emotions. So we go back to the emotion code, but the body feels it like the energy of being hit.
Right.
So it was something very traumatic in your life, and we'll identify, do I need to identify what those two are? So we identify what the first one is column B, row 2, emotion number 2. Helplessness, okay? And the second emotion is column B, row 1, emotion number 4. Is it, I've missed that one every once in a while I do. Is it still in B and 1? 3. It's insecurity. Okay? Insecurity and helplessness. Alright? You felt those two emotions at the same time, and they become a whole new thing. It changes the frequency because you felt them so strongly that it blended. Is this a recent thing going on? So, do you know right now what's been going on, because we're friends, I know a little bit of your story. Mm-hmm. You know what's been going on in the last couple of years, maybe months, mm-hmm. where you felt those two emotions very strong. And it's an intense thing going on in your life. Even if I didn't know, as long as she does, I can lock in. She says, yeah, I think I know what that's about. And she doesn't have to tell me her whole life story. So we know what it's about. You guys can just wonder. Email her. It's just,
put it in my book.
Yeah. It's just information. That's all it is. And we want to get right down. And again, so we're going to release that. But your body feels that as though you had been hit with a car or something.
It does feel like a car hit me.
Okay, and so we want to just get that energy out. And again, with that situation, that's about your base, your foundational, your place in this, your security, your stability,
right.
Your foundation. That's what that chakra is. And those emotions are affecting that. So we can put that away, and we'll go back. I'm not going to keep showing you that. Just it's just a way for me to come up. It's a flow chart for me to follow. Is there any other underlying energies that is causing this base chakra to be out of line? So right now it's telling me, no, we just needed to correct those few things and the chakra comes online. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it's just a few things. But again, it's like having bad wires in your car. You can get all the jump starts you want, but until you go in and find out exactly why you had this thing out of balance, the problem will stay there. And that's how we do medicine a lot of times, isn't it? We take a pill, and as long as we take that pill or take that supplement, we feel good. As soon as we go off of it, we go right back to where we were because we're not fixing the underlying things. And that's why I love this system. And this is how I go about doing chakra healing, is to fix the underlying stuff so that Melanie doesn't have to keep coming back to me. My chakras, I'm feeling not grounded.
Give me a jump start.
Yeah, give me another jump start and another, more cash or whatever. But if we can fix the underlying thing, it's great. Then the body will maintain.
Right.
So, is there anything hidden? No. So basically, it can be that simple. Now, it doesn't always go that fast, and every once in a while, it will faster on a particular chakra. She has more chakras to work on, but that gives you an idea of what I do that may be different than some of the other people. There are some great affirmations. There are things you can do to change your attitudes about life and things that will help these chakras stabilize. But again, I believe in finding the underlying things and then, work with that. So that is what that's all about. Melanie, thank you so much for being here.
It wasn't very painful.
We didn't even do anything embarrassing.
Didn't even cry.
Even if we had told the story that we didn't tell, it wouldn't have been embarrassing.
No.
It would have just taken more time. So that was, no crying. We had tissues there.
I was ready.
I was too. So, hey, thanks for being here. It is that simple. And do some research on chakras. Your energy is very important to flow from the base of the spine up through. To take care of healing, I really believe that one of the most basic things you can do is make sure that your chakras are all open and functioning properly. So that's where I like to start and go with the client to make sure the chakras are all going first. So that's how I do so that it stays done. Thanks for being here. If this is interesting to you, and if you think maybe you have a chakra you'd like some help with, and would like to do a free strategy session with me, that's about 20 minutes. where we talk a little bit about what's going on with you and do some work on you and see if you like what you feel, if you would like to continue. That is a free thing that I offer as a gift and as a get to know you. Again, a 20-minute strategy session. Look, I was already here as soon as I started. It's like magic. Caption Man over here, he's on it today. Sometimes he gives me hassle, but Caption Man is here today. And so there it is. It's allthingspossible.biz with the www in front, of course. But yeah, get on there and put contact Bill. Email me and say, hey, I'd like a free strategy session about chakras or anything else. I'd love to talk to you and see if I can help you. And so thank you for being here today. And thank you.
Thank you. It was fun.
Have a great day. We'll see ya.